Thank you, Mrs. Moffitt and the band. Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 Commencement Ceremony for Clawson High School. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you stand for the playing of our national anthem, performed by our Clawson High School band under the direction of Mrs. Becky Moffitt. Thank you, Ms. Moffitt and the Clawson High School Band. You may be seated. On behalf of the entire public schools staff, I would like to extend a sincere congratulations to the graduates, their parents, families, and friends. I would also like to express our sincere gratitude to the Clawson community for its continued support of education. Let me first introduce our guests on stage. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Distinguished guests, please remain standing until all names have been called. First, from our Board of Education, Angela Hamilton, Board Trustee. Cindy Peltman, Board Trustee. Samantha Hanser Maynard, Board Trustee. Ted Werner, Board Treasurer. Thomas Reed Jr., Board Secretary. Michael Frank, Board Vice President. Kimberly Carlesimo, Board President. And from our administrative team, Mr. Tim Wilson, Superintendent. Mr. Billy Schellenbarger, Clawson High School, Clawson Middle School Principal. Mrs. Jennifer Pintek, Clawson Middle School Assistant Principal. Mrs. Bianca Sines, Shalm Kenwood Elementary Principal. And Mrs. Diane Hildenbrandt, Director of Special Education. I'd also like to recognize the incredible team of teachers, counselors, and ancillary staff. You go above and beyond every single day by answering emails at the dinner table, correcting papers on your weekends, attending sporting events after school hours, planning lessons during your summers, and building lifelong relationships with our students. You have one of the toughest jobs in all of the world. It is an honor to work alongside of you. Teachers, counselors, social workers, psychologists, please stand to be recognized. This day could not be possible without the hardest working and most knowledgeable secretary that I know. She is the voice, the face, and the backbone of Clawson High School. And of course, she's already left. Our main office secretary, Mrs. Sharon Cotter. Would all of our Clawson Public Schools employees, the secretaries, the tech staff, the paraprofessionals, the therapists, the bus drivers, the custodians, food service workers, and coaches, please stand. Thank you for your dedication and service to our kids. In a city like Clawson, our educational team extends to the community. We work extremely close with our police, fire, and public works departments and greatly value those relationships. At this time, would all City of Clawson employees please stand? Thank you for all your support. We are extremely grateful this year for the kindness and generosity of Grace Apostolic Church and Senior Pastor Stephen Traxel for opening up your doors to Clawson High School for our graduation ceremony today. Thank you. As a Clawson tradition, we would like to recognize the following three groups of people. First, all Clawson High School alumni, please stand. Second, would the grandparents, the great-grandparents, and the great-great-grandparents of the graduating class of 2022 please stand? And third, will the parents of the class of 2022 please stand? At this time, we will proceed with the program as written. I would like to introduce and welcome to the stage our 2022 senior class speaker, Renata Carlesimo.
I'm a little short, sorry. Hi everyone, my name's Renata Carlesimo, and I've been going to school in Clawson since preschool. I've spent the last 14 years with my closest friends. One thing I think everyone here knows about Clawson is we are definitely not the largest school or have the largest class sizes. To me, this was a blessing because I was not able to form any close relationships with my peers or teachers in any other district that I have here. We have grown up playing sports together, in the same neighborhoods together, and we have grown into the people we are sitting here today together. We have made unbreakable bonds, lasting memories, and strong connections through our many years, and I would not want to be a part of any other class. There are so many things I look back on from these past 4 years. We had some of the hardest challenges in learning, from the loss of in-person schooling as sophomores, to using Google Meets for lessons, and switching back and forth from asynchronous to in-person classes. Despite all of this, we were still able to make so many amazing memories. Like the Friday Night Light football games, Powder Puff games, homecoming dances, Peach Fuzz games, and my personal favorite memories of our senior year were all the amazing student sections led by the most spirited person I think any of us know, Brett Haney. There are so many things I think we all could look back on and I could bring up. But the main thing I will always look back on is how much fun I was able to have with my best friends. I do want to take some time to thank all of the teachers, administrators, counselors, and staff that made this day possible for all of us. The amount of effort that each of you put in to our education does not go unnoticed, and without you, none of us would be able to walk across this stage. But I especially want to thank all the parents and families for their constant love and support that helped all of us grow into more genuine people. And without you guys, I don't think any of us would be here. So thank you all. They always say it takes a village to raise a child, and I think Clawson has one of the biggest villages I've ever seen. So here we are, class of 2022. We're all together like we always have been, but this time we're graduating. Janice Dickinson once said that the past explains how I got here, but the future is up to me. This quote resonates with me because although it is very bittersweet that we will not be going on all together like we have for many years, our journey together has helped shape us and prepare us for all the challenges and obstacles that lay ahead. And I know that whatever the future holds, that all of us are going to thrive. So congratulations, class of 2022. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for all of us, and I know you will all do amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Renata. What an honor to have spent so much time with such an incredible young lady, known her since she was a kindergartner. True example of kindness, Renata Carlissimo. We appreciate everything you've done during your time here, Renata. Fantastic job today. I'm going to go off script for a second. 1 year ago today, Mrs. Horn and I were standing at about 6:55 outside the doors of the gym at Shalom, watching a black cloud continue to roll over our head, staring at our radar. And I said to Mrs. Horn, "What do we do?" And she literally said to me, "We just got to go." And we escorted the class of 2021 to that stadium. And thank you to whoever helped us out that day, Mother Nature. The rain held off after a long day of rain, and we had a fantastic event with our class of 2021. So fast forward 1 year, here we are, class of 2022, in a different space that I'm very excited to be in. So good afternoon and welcome again to the 2022 Clawson High School Commencement Ceremony. My name is Billy Schellenbarger, and I'm truly humbled and honored to serve as a principal of Clawson High School. Today's an extremely special day, and I'm very excited to celebrate and honor the class of 2022 for one final time in person with our incredible graduates and their families. 2019 was the last time we were indoors in a non-regulated format for our commencement ceremony, and it certainly feels good. Mrs. Horn acknowledged a number of very important people here today, and we are so greatly indebted to them. I echo her gratitude to you all, everyone on stage today and beyond, and thank you for your unwavering support. A very special thank you to Mrs. Horn and Ms. Cotter for all their efforts leading up to today in preparation. And thank you to Mrs. Hominick, Mrs. Murphy, Mrs. Rice, and Mrs. Duncan, our counseling department, for their work behind the scenes to help get our graduates to this point today. And finally, thank you to Pastor Steve and the staff at Grace Apostolic for being such incredible hosts, so gracious to us today for this all-important ceremony. We appreciate the partnership so very much. To the parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, and any family members who have guided these young men and women to the achievement of this spectacular accomplishment today, we thank you all so much. You are the ones who support them unconditionally and have given them so much support along their path. We thank you all for that and all you have done and all you will do in their lives moving forward. We applaud you as well for this tremendous honor today. I think I would be remiss if I did not also thank our families for all the support during the past 2 years specifically. None of us would have anticipated going through what we had to in our wildest dreams. We have endured years where we were virtual and hybrid and in person, back to hybrid, back to virtual, back to all day in person, working through quarantines and emails from us related to the pandemic. Your flexibility and understanding is so greatly appreciated and incredible. You supported us unconditionally, and I appreciate every phone call, email, conversation at a game or event, and words of encouragement. They meant the world to us, and again, thank you for hanging in there with us during what seemed like impossible years filled with impossible decisions. We appreciate you all so much for that. Graduates, I think our families deserve an incredible round of applause. To our staff, both in attendance today and at home, I want to thank you for all you've done over the course of the past 4 years for these seniors. It's been one heck of a difficult stretch, and you continue to impact our students. You are all very special educators who have formed lifelong bonds with your students. I cannot thank you enough for your efforts in helping in this tremendous growth. I'm truly honored to lock arms with you every day at Clawson High School to support these special young men and women. To the Clawson community, you're one in a million. You are unique. You are full of pride. You support endlessly, and I thank you for that, especially this year. Thank you for always taking care of us and looking out for us. You define the true meaning of the word community, and we feel it each and every day. Thank you for all you do for Clawson High School. Graduates, on Thursday, March 13th, 2020, the spring of your sophomore year, you walked out of our building for what would be our final day before we took on the unthinkable together. It was at that point that we embarked on new experiences, such as adding new words to our vocabulary like asynchronous and synchronous learning. Crazy. What a Zoom or Google Meet experience was all about. Wearing masks to school and sitting on blue X's in the cafeteria. You lost performances, athletic seasons, time with your peers and teachers in our building, and opportunities that others before you were fortunate to have. Your last normal full year of high school was 9th grade. You endured 2 years of adversity that no other graduates can likely say they have experienced, but here we are. You persevered. You pushed forward. You were flexible. You did what you had to do with little complaint. You will forever be able to say that you did what no one had to do, and came out the other side with a smile and the ability to reflect and know you took it head on and didn't let it stop you. You are here to take a significant step in your lives, a step that propels you forward into adulthood, where your path is your choice. And you all know that you have any tool that you need to be incredibly successful along that path. You should truly be proud of yourselves. This school year, we have all been so fortunate to watch you all excel in so many areas as you close your high school experience. We saw students continue to explore opportunities at OTEC and CASA and dual enroll at Oakland Community College. As a matter of fact, one of our students is entering her college experience in the fall with 32 college credits because of the opportunity she grabbed while at Clawson High School. Incredible. We saw our choir, band, and orchestra students absolutely excel in a number of fantastic performances this school year once again. We enjoyed 2 incredible performances on stage of Almost Maine and High School Musical that were so much fun. We witnessed so many of our student athletes and teams excel on the fields and courts all across Southeast Michigan, as well as our first robotics team as they continue to grow and make us proud. We got back to who we are and what we do best, and that is because of you all. Again, be proud of what you have done as we continue to be proud of you. As I close, in the fall of 2018, you started your high school career, and I had the honor to start it with you as your new principal. We spent 4 years together working toward this point. Sorry, guys. Every year, man. Every single year. Whew. We spent 4 years together working toward this point where we can stand together today and take a collective deep breath, which I need a lot of clearly right now, and enjoy this day and what led you to it. It's my honor to stand before you one final time as your principal and tell you how proud I am of you. As you walk out these doors today, you're a graduate of Clawson High School, and each of you have your own key to unlock whatever you'd like. That's up to you. Your path is up to you. And at the end of the day, your success is truly up to you. It's your choice to get up each day and make intentional decisions that will move you forward down that path of success. I truly hope you take advantage of this new start with the momentum of today behind you, putting wind in your sails. I have every confidence in you and know that you can do it and will do it. So to the class of 2022, I'll never forget you. You're a resilient bunch, and again, I'm honored to honor you today. So congratulations on your phenomenal accomplishment, and thank you all for impacting me so greatly. Congratulations. Superintendent Wilson and Board President Carlissimo, I certify that these graduates have fulfilled all the requirements of the Clawson Public Schools and State of Michigan. The administration and faculty of Clawson High School recommends that the graduates before you receive their diplomas with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereof. It is with a great deal of pride that I present to you all in this room today the Clawson High School class of 2022.
Good evening to all the parents, relatives, friends, and staff who helped our graduates reach this momentous occasion. I want you to know, without your help, the road for each of our graduates would have been much more challenging. I hope you take great pride in the outstanding accomplishment of our graduates. And know that you played an important role in helping them get to where they are today. On behalf of Clawson Public Schools and our school board, as the superintendent of Clawson Public Schools, I say thank you for what you've done to help our students reach this great day. Graduates, for 13 years, you have been persevering, and you put in a lot of time and effort to achieve the goal of graduating high school. To you, I say congratulations, a job well done. You may not be aware, but you, Mr. Shell, and I have some things in common. 4 years ago, each of us began a new phase of our lives. You started in high school. Mr. Shell became a principal, and I became the superintendent of this great school district. Now, 4 years later, all of us have accomplished a lot. And now, all of us are about to start a new phase of our lives. Because of that, I want to share something personal with you that I don't normally share with others. I'm sharing this with you because I hope it will encourage you as you move on in your life. I hope it will also help you understand that in the next phase of your life, you can achieve more than you ever thought possible. And not only can you achieve more than you think you can, you also have the power to help others do the same. Let me give you some real-life personal examples. You may not have noticed, but I walk with a limp. What you don't know is that it goes much deeper than that. I was born with a disability called cerebral palsy. That occurred during the birthing process. During that short time, the right side of my brain didn't get the correct amount of oxygen that it should have. And unfortunately, that caused some damage. Because of that, my left side is much weaker than my right. And there are many simple things that you can do that I can't do. At a very young age, I remember sitting in my doctor's office, and the doctor was talking to my mom. He listed a number of things that I would never be able to do and challenges that I would have. The list covered both physical things and psychological challenges that I would face. But what I remember most, and more clearly than anything else than what the doctor said, was what my mom said and did after we left that doctor's office. As soon as we left his office, she got down on one knee, and she looked me in the eye, and she said, "Timmy," that's what she called me back then, was Timmy. She said, "Timmy, just because the doctor says that you can't do something, that doesn't make it true. You are going to do so many things, and you are even going to do things that the doctor said that you can't do. And your dad and I are going to help you." I never forgot her words. Throughout my life, my parents, my wife, other family members, teachers, and coaches helped me accomplish much more than I ever thought possible. As a child, even though it was difficult for me to play sports, I enjoyed them. Baseball was one of my favorite sports to play. As I grew older, I reached a point where you no longer just make the team. I had to try out to be on a team. As I was trying out for the first time, the coach running the tryout was hitting ground balls to me. He noticed that I was unable to turn over my left hand completely, and therefore it was almost impossible for me to field a ground ball. He inquired as to why, and I explained to him that I was born that way, and I just couldn't turn my left hand over. Based on that, the coach told me that I couldn't be on the team. He even went as far to say that I should consider finding a different sport to play. As you can imagine, that was extremely difficult for me. But the next day, my mom mentioned what happened to my teacher, and my teacher told a friend of hers who happened to be a coach. A few days later, the coach gave me a tryout. He also noticed the same things the previous coach did, and he had concerns as well. But instead of focusing on my weaknesses, he noticed something else about me. He noticed that due to my left side being weaker than my right, the right side of my body had to work much harder. And because of that, my right side was much stronger than normal for a kid my age. To make a long story short, I worked hard at learning. He put me on his team, and he taught me how to pitch. And to make a long story short, I did pretty well. And one of the last games I pitched as a senior in high school, I struck out 18 batters that I faced. For those of you who know baseball, that's a pretty big accomplishment, especially for someone who was told to stop playing baseball. What's important to note is that accomplishment occurred because someone decided to focus on somebody's strengths rather than their weaknesses. And those around me and I didn't give up when someone told me to stop playing. Another example, and this may make you laugh, is the doctor said I would struggle with school. I wish he could see me now. He told my mom, learning anything will be extremely difficult for me, and I would struggle greatly in school. Although I wasn't the best student, with a lot of help from my family, friends, teachers, and coaches, who chose to focus on the things I could do instead of the things I couldn't, I accomplished much more than I ever thought possible. There are many more challenges that I could talk to you about, but I never thought I would become a teacher, a principal, and certainly not a superintendent. I want to leave you with this, because I know I'm the only person standing between you and those diplomas, and that's why you're here. No matter what your weaknesses are, your strengths are much greater. Always remember that. No matter what your weaknesses are, your strengths are much greater. You can go much farther and accomplish much more than you think you can. As you move on to the next phase of your life, don't sell yourself short. Tune out those that focus on your weaknesses. Surround yourself with those that focus on the greatness that is within you. Believe in yourself, focus on your strengths, and you will achieve even more than you think is possible. Class of 2022, congratulations on a job well done. And now the moment you've been waiting for. Mr. Shell, by the power vested in me by the state of Michigan, the Michigan Department of Education, and the School Board of Clawson Public Schools, I recognize that the graduates before me have completed all the requirements necessary to to receive their diploma. And you may now give them the diploma that they have worked so hard for and earned. Where are we going?
Right back to Kim.
Tendaji Alexander. Devin Arendez. Lauren Bezad. Lydia Bora. Eden Bunn. Byron Calderon Alvarez. Renata Carlesimo. Wyatt Carnes. Natalie Champagne. Faith Chapman. Miranda Chun. Kamani Cole. Duncan Cook. Alexander Cordone. Trenton Danley. Anna Dokic. Donovan Donaldson. Naya Duck. Brendan Duggins. Gavin Dushai. Anthony Gaglio. Caleb Godowski. Brett Haney. Gabrielle Hansen. Alora Harlan Williams. Emma Hartley. Ashley Hillebrand. Tristan Hollingsworth. Grace Huddleston. Jovan Jackson. Shayla Jackson. Everett Jeffrey. Isaiah Johnson. Brittany King. Christian King. Jonathan Kinney. Ella Kolf. Evan Krozak. Ava Lamont. Nicholas Lanfear. Natanya Lurkisem. Abigail Lodato. Brecken Lawson. Ava McNeil. Maricela Martinez. Aleda Martinez Calderon. Alex Mata. Lillian McClimate. Colin McClure. Parker McDade. Corinne McGray. Patrick McLeod. Lucas Mercier. James Mia Hislett. Elizabeth Miller. Mitchell. Jaden Murphy. Abigail Myron. Elizabeth Myron. Benjamin Nader. Nico Nader. Nicholas Pensum. Jacob Paff. Niall Pfeiffer. Arnella Pobrick. Mason Poley. Travon Robbins. Nathan Romano. Emma Rutledge. Hannah Saunders. Kaiden Schwacko. Sarah Sedini. Aiden Shapiro. Dylan Shea. Taina Sheely. Douglas Siren. Ashton Sklar. Hannah Smith. Colin Snyder. Madison Spears. Evan Tabakovich. Romy Thatch. Lena Thompson. Paige Truesdale. Charlotte Werner. Aaliyah Vesper. Daniel Weber. Peter Yonan. Lexus Ewald. Faith Sandifer.
Okay, awesome job, everyone. At this point in time, I'd like to invite Sarah Sadini to the stage for the traditional turning of the tassel ceremony. Sarah, where are you? Where's she? She's already up here.
Hello. All right. Now, as we prepare to finally turn on our tassels, I ask each and every one of you to look around, to look at your friends, to look at your loved ones, and to take a moment and to appreciate and reflect upon all the memories that you've made with one another, and just reflect upon those memories. I thank all of you for the memories I've made with you throughout the years, and I'm extremely grateful to have spent my high school years surrounded by such an amazing group of people. We all should be extremely proud of ourselves, and I want you to remember to always stay proud of yourself, to always stay true to yourself, and to always treat yourself and other people with kindness. And now, may the graduating class of 2022 please stand up and join us at this moment in moving your tassels from right to left in 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, and for one last time. Have a great day, CHS, and go Trojans!